All right, welcome back, everybody, to Madrid. And we've got one more quarterfinal for the ladies before we lock in the semis. And we've already got Swiatek versus Gauff. We've got Svitolina to play the winner of this match. Kostyuk versus Sabalenka. It's an interesting matchup. You know, Sabalenka is the favorite. She's won this title before, but Kostyuk is not bad on clay. She showed that last year. So let's have a look at the preview because these two ladies have played before. So there it is. That's the lineup. You can see there that we had the Swiatek match, which was very strange. The Gauff win, which was very impressive. And then, of course, the Svitolina-Uchiyama match. No surprise there. Svitolina getting the easy win, but good run from Uchiyama to get to the quarters. And, of course, the winner of this match will take on Svitolina, who's been in great form. Marta Kostyuk, number 36 in the world. She's 22 years old from the Ukraine. 5'9", right-handed. 11 wins, 9 losses on the year. No titles this year, but she's got one career title. Her form, though, has been a little bit sketchy. And Aryna Sabalenka, number 1 in the world, 26 years old from Belarus. She's 5'11", right-handed, 25 wins and 5 losses on the year. She has got 2 titles this year and has made a bunch of finals. So she could have been a lot more impressive than just the 2 titles, but 2 still pretty good, including winning Miami. And her form has been solid. They've played twice before, including the French Open a couple of years ago, where Sabalenka got the win, and also in Dubai a couple of years ago. But the clay court match is the one that matters, where Sabalenka got the straight sets win in 2023. All right. Dimitrov's playing Diallo as well at the moment. Paul, by the way, Draper absolutely smoked Tommy Paul, which was very impressive by Draper. I thought that'd be a lot closer, but it wasn't. All right. How are we, though, chat? What's going on? Is it true that Sabalenka and Kostyuk had beef with each other at RG23? No. Because, I mean, do I need to explain it? Do I need to explain it? Draper didn't even face a break point? That's crazy. Draper was so good, no chance for Paul. Yeah. I mean, that was a crazy performance. Let's go Kostyuk. Everyone has their time, especially in the WTA. Yeah, fair enough. It's a tough draw. No camp, don't explain it? Okay. I mean, I think we should know the situation. It's been going on for years, unfortunately. Has Kostyuk ever made a semi-final of a Masters 1000? No. Not that I can recall. I don't think so. I'll double check, though. I will double check. She has made quarterfinal of Grand Slam before. Actually, no, sorry, she has. She made the Indian Wells semi-finals last year. Sorry, she has. Semi-finals last year of Indian Wells. So the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Draper is the favorite to make the final, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, Cerundolo Draper is a hell of a semi-final if we get it. If that's the match that I'm thinking, or am I getting confused? No, sorry, it's hang on. Who the hell is playing? Draper and Naldi? Nah, Draper Musetti is a hell of a semi-final. Draper Musetti could be a crazy semi-final. By the way, Dimitrov won. Oh, sorry, I thought Dimitrov was playing right now. Wait, hang on. Did Dimitrov win, or is it what happened? Why is it saying Dimitrov won on? Dimitrov didn't win, did he? It's being played right now. I'm not going crazy. It says here he won 6-3, 6-love. That's not true, right? No, he didn't win. Okay, somebody's tricking me. He's playing right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. The hell? Wonder if there's going to be a handshake. I'll tell you this. There won't be. There's not going to be a handshake. There hasn't been a handshake for 3 years. There won't be a handshake. And that is what it is. And it won't be a handshake if Sabalenka plays Svitolina. That's just the way it is. And I feel like I feel like 3 years in, we should all understand. And we probably, you might not like it, but you should accept it because we should all know the situation. Like, I don't think anyone in 2025 who's like, I can't believe they're not shaking hands, then you haven't read on a book. Like, you haven't watched anything about anything. Thought we're over that? No. Wait, thought we're over explaining it, or thought we're over the players are all good now? I mean, if people are getting pissed off at no handshakes in 2025, and you don't understand at this point, there's no helping. There's no helping. Will Dasha hate a handshake with players of being Australian now? I don't know. I thought people understood by now. Oh, yeah. That's what I thought. But then I'm sure there's going to be somebody who goes, I can't believe it. Can't believe they don't shake hands. My God. It's like, yeah, well, war's still going. Hasn't stopped. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it stops. Not because they should shake hands, but because it's horrible. Yeah. And it's sad. Did anyone see Ben Shelton doubles match? It was heartbreaking. No, I did not. That sucks though that he lost. I'm assuming he lost if you said heartbreaking. All right, very windy out there today, so this could be interesting. This could make for an interesting match. Hopefully no rain. It's all right. They got a roof if they have rain. By the way, if it is indoors, it probably helps Sabalenka anyway. So if it does rain and they have to chuck the roof on, then there you go. Then it will be probably advantage Sabalenka, but she's already got the advantage. Sabalenka goes serve first. I'm going to go Sabalenka. I'm going to go Sabalenka in straights. Kostyuk's been great, but I just think Sabalenka... I just don't think Sabalenka's going to lose this match. I think she's going to get it done in straights. As Kostyuk returns the forehand to Sabalenka. Backhand from Kostyuk. Into the backhand to Sabalenka. Again, the backhand to Kostyuk. Sliced. Sabalenka comes to the net. But hits it in the net. Love 15. Yeah, they got a retractable roof. Fans seem to get more angry with no handshakes than players, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, come on. No handshake, Sabalenka grunting. The only time Sabalenka grunting bothers me is when it drowns out Mia's snoring. Yeah, see, like Sabalenka, like getting upset by Sabalenka's grunting, getting upset by no handshakes. Like there's way bigger things you should be upset about. Like those things are so minor. If those things bug you, then I can't imagine what happens when something actually is annoying. Like something actually happens, you're going to freak. I don't know if you're going to survive. You know what I mean? Like those things shouldn't, like especially from afar, they shouldn't annoy people as much as they do. But I can't imagine. You must be some people must just get really pissy at, like, oh, it starts raining, you start crying. Like what happens? Like I don't know. Anyway, it's 15-all. Yeah, exactly. Who cares? Are we going to watch Medvedev tomorrow? Probably. 15-all. Sabalenka serves. Very windy. Sabalenka can't get the ball toss right. Very windy. Serving to the forehand of Kostyuk. Return goes in. No, it goes wide. 30-15. Those who play tennis will know that grunting like that is crazy hindrance, though. I play tennis, and I played grunters. Never crossed my mind. Never bothered me. Like if I'm hitting the ball, I'm not thinking about what the other person's mouth's like making noise. I don't listen. I don't hear it. I'm there to hit the ball. I'm not thinking about they're making a noise. I can't play. It's just an excuse at that point. If you're blaming the other person's grunt at your bad mistakes, I mean, I block it out. It's only a hindrance in technicality. It's a hindrance if it's while they're hitting. But Sabalenka doesn't grunt while her opponents are hitting the ball, so it's not even a hindrance. All right, 30-all. As Kostyuk looks to break. As the return goes out by Kostyuk. And it's 40-30. If the players aren't talking about other people grunting, then who are we to talk? Exactly, Gene. No players... Exactly. No players are bringing this up, and no players are making... No players are annoyed by it, so why are the fans? Like, no one's gone, gee, Sabalenka's loud. They did back in the day with Azarenka and Sharapova, but they don't do it now. It's just a fan thing. It's just fans just getting pissed off. The players don't say a word. You're so right. No players saying in the press conference, Sabalenka's grunt's a bit annoying, isn't it? No one is. Is it a hindrance? No players playing Sabalenka saying hindrance. It's just a fan thing. Just people watching tennis get pissed off at it. More than it just being annoying, it's unfair. Novak was penalized with a hindrance call for grunting, yet Sabalenka does it all the time, even lasting through her opponent hitting the ball. Yeah, but that's because... Okay, so you're a Djokovic fan, I'm guessing, and you're just not happy because he got penalized one time once, and you're like, well, she does it all the time. Why did my guy get banned or get in trouble for it? It's because Djokovic, I think, when he got in trouble, hit the ball, I think it was a backhand down the line or something, and made an extended, noise. And that is a hindrance because he hindered the other person while they were trying to hit the ball. That's actually a hindrance. Sabalenka doesn't do that. Sabalenka hits the ball, grunts, the ball goes to the other person, they hit the ball. Djokovic hit the ball and sort of celebrated during a grunt. It turned from a grunt to a roar because he thought he hit a winner. But then the other guy got it back, so it's a hindrance. So that was totally fair. Chat, what are we doing? We're analysing grunts. 30 love? What are we doing? What have we come to, chat? What are we doing here? Grunting 101. We're just learning about the extended grunts of players. What is a hindrance? What is not? Don't clip that. Hey, that was for educational purpose only. Don't you clip that. Don't clip it. Don't clip it. 30-15. 30-15. As Kostyuk serves. A fault, second serve. Serve. Into the back of Sabalenka, to the back end of Kostyuk. Kostyuk hits it out. And it's 30-all. Cam, do you think grunting is a hindrance? It's only a hindrance in specific cases. Grunting in general is not a hindrance. When it becomes a hindrance is when it actually, you're making a noise. It doesn't have to be a grunt. It could be a celebration. While the other person's hitting the ball. That's the only time it's a hindrance. It's not a hindrance if they grunt and hit the ball. That's totally normal. You're allowed to do it. The rule is if your grunt extends into their ground stroke or their shot, that's when it's a problem. And Sabalenka does not do that. I'm literally watching and hearing how she's going, and she stops grunting when the ball goes over the net. The ball goes over the net, she's stopped. As Kostyuk says a fault. 30-40, by the way. Serve. Into the back of Sabalenka. Back in a Kostyuk slice. Is a drop shot winner. Deuce. The only person recent times, there's only two people in recent times that I can recall being like, it turns into a hindrance. It was Sonigo at Wimbledon when he played Rafa. That was definitely borderline hindrance. It was definitely a little bit too far. And also Trevison's done it before, I think, as well. She grunts a little long where it might become a hindrance. But again, Sabalenka's fine. Kostyuk gets a 4-1 winner as advantage Kostyuk. They're the only two that I can remember in recent times that is like a continuous... Obviously, Djokovic did it once, or some players get pinged for it one time. But like those two, I remember them in certain matches where it was a little too much. But they don't do it all the time. They grunt, but they don't grunt like that all the time. That was just specific matches. Anyways, advantage Kostyuk, and Sabalenka I don't think has ever been called for hindrance. So if the umpires aren't calling it, then you should probably get over it. As with a serve, double fault, back to deuce. Back to deuce. Are you going to watch Musetti Demonor or no Aussie rule still stands? No, it's not the no Aussie rule. It's the no telling me what to watch. So I was going to watch it. Now I'm not going to watch it because you told me. No, we're not going to watch it. We're going to watch this and we're going to see how this match looks. There's 4,000 point gap between Sabalenka and Swiatek. Yep. All right, return goes into the forehand. Kostyuk, great winner down the line. Advantage Kostyuk. She hasn't been called out because she's number one in the world and gets special treatment, just like Sinner getting small ban for doping. Oh, you're one of the... oh my God. Well, hang on. Okay. Anyways, Kostyuk's already at 4 winners. Sabalenka returns the forehand to Kostyuk. Kostyuk gets a winner, 1-1. That was a nice rally by Kostyuk. Nice game by Kostyuk to get out of that. All right. 1-1. As Sabalenka says, the forehand of Kostyuk. Return the forehand Sabalenka. Kostyuk backhand. Into the forehand of Sabalenka, hits it in the net. Love 15. Gauff still has a chance to be number 2 if she can beat Swiatek and win the title. Yeah. All right, love 15. Serve to the backhand of Kostyuk. Return goes wide. 15 all. FAA is playing an Italian called Pellegrino tomorrow. Sadly, his first name isn't San. I'm sure that was funny. I don't get that what that means. Is that like a place or something? First serve default, second serve. Is that a person? I don't know what that is. 15 all. Sabalenka serves again. Into the backhand of Kostyuk. Backhand of Sabalenka goes out. 15-30. Chance for a break point for Kostyuk. 15-30. It's a sparkling water. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, that was not a bad joke. It was just bad. I didn't understand. First serve default, second serve. Second serve, Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Return. Oh, in the net. She went for it, but she hit it in the net. 30 all. 30 all. Mensik Draper men's final loading. Could be. What is this? Everyone is here again. Look outside. The weather is so nice and warm. Go Sabalenka. What? That made no sense. What, you want people to leave or stay? What's going on? Anyways, great return by Kostyuk, 30-40 to get the break. $30-40. 30-40. As with a serve to the back and a Kostyuk return goes into the back of Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand to the back end of Sabalenka as Kostyuk with a forehand goes wide. We get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. By the way, 5-all between Diallo and Dimitrov. They're at 5-5. And Sabalenka serves. A fault. Second serve. Heat wave in the UK today. Unusual at the end of April. It's still spring. What's it like, 20 degrees? As with a serve. Into the back end of Kostyuk. Great return winner advantage. Kostyuk to take an early break. Sabalenka serves. The back end of Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand. Behind Kostyuk is too smart. Kostyuk was running the wrong way, and it's back to deuce. We get to deuce. It's going to serve. Into the back of the Kostyuk. Sabalenka in the net. Good serve by... Sorry, good return by Kostyuk. Advantage Kostyuk. Advantage Kostyuk. Sabalenka serves again. That's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Kostyuk. Good return to the back of Sabalenka. Kostyuk backhand slice. Drop shot in the net, though. Just keeping Sabalenka guessing, though. This is interesting. Deuce. We get the deuce. Sabalenka serves again. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. She puts it away. And it's advantage Sabalenka. Advantage Sabalenka. 26 degrees in Wales today, 27 tomorrow. That is crazy. Like, legitimately. Advantage Sabalenka. Kostyuk returns. Sabalenka back into the line. Kostyuk puts up a lob. Goes in. Sabalenka with a bounce. Forehand. Goes on the baseline to the forehand of Kostyuk. Kostyuk again with a forehand on the stretch. But hits it out. Sabalenka survives. 2-1. First set. Coco or Swiatek tomorrow? I literally made a video about it. Go check it out. Chat, I'm going to stop making preview videos, I think. Because you don't watch them. You come into the chat and you ask me the questions that I make videos about. You got to watch the previews, otherwise I'll stop making them. I'm not going to make them if you're not going to watch them. I'm only going to make stuff if you're going to watch it. Otherwise, I'll make something else. Draper handily beat best Polte. Yeah, he did. It's crazy. Is Cam threatening us? No, I'm just saying that asking me what my prediction for tomorrow is when I've literally made a preview about it makes no sense. I just won't make previews and then I'll just tell you on the streams who I'm picking. I don't need to make previews then. Watch the previews. I watch them all, don't always agree. No, that's fine. You don't have to agree. I'll just watch them. I do watch them and enjoy the preview videos. Keep them coming, okay? Good. If you watch the previews videos, you'd know all these matches are blockbusters. Well, that's my favorite word. Okay. Sabalenka 2-1. Cam is sensitive today. He needs sleep. You don't know what I've been dealing with. 2-1 Sabalenka. Kostyuk to serve. Dimitri's up 6-5. Nice. All right, 2-1 Sabalenka. As Kostyuk serves. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return the back into Kostyuk. Sabalenka with a forehand cross court to the slice of Kostyuk. And Kostyuk in the net. Love 15. Love 15. Old enough to remember Blockbuster video stores. I don't remember Blockbuster video stores in Australia. I remember other video stores, but I don't remember Blockbuster. I wish they brought back Blockbuster videos as just like as a nostalgic thing. Anyway, it's 30-15. As Kostyuk forehand goes out. And it's 30 all. As Kostyuk gets a great serve. And it's 40-30. As we got a fault second serve. As we got a forehand out by Sabalenka, and it is 2-0. All right. First serve is a fault, second serve. As Kostyuk gets a win, I love 15. Love 15. As a return doesn't come back. Ace from Sabalenka, 15-all. As we let from Sabalenka. You could rent old tennis matches here in South Africa at the video store in my house? That's crazy. How? Nice serve, Sabalenka, 30-15. I remember the $20 late fee charge. Yeah, I remember... I mean, look, it's so nostalgic and everyone talks about it, but it's so true how, like, you'd go to... I remember getting, like, Xbox games. Going down on, like, a Friday or Thursday night. Getting, like, videos and getting, like, a Xbox game. And you didn't know if it was good or not, and then you got home and it was shit, and you're like, oh, great. I just got this crappy game for a week. 30-15. You just had to pick by what the pictures on the back should look like. You just never knew. You never saw the trailers or anything because there's no YouTube. You get home, you start playing, you're like, this game sucks. Should have got the other one. 30-all. It was like, what was it like? We had like deals where it was like 3-night rentals or 1-week rentals. I think it was like there was like deals where it was like 5 games or 5 DVD/games for whatever for a week. Anyways, that goes out by Sabalenka, 30-40. And then you have to play it even though it's bad? Yeah, because your parents would be like, well, you wanted this game, so you got to play it. You got to play it. You wanted it. Anyways, back in the net by Kostyuk Deuce. It's like, this is the game that you wanted to play. You better play it. Better play that game. All right. I'll play this crappy game. When was Blockbuster there? I only remember the name. Now, Blockbuster, like in Australia, we didn't have... I don't think Blockbuster was a bigger thing. We had other video stores, though. Like Video Easy was a massive one in Australia. It's like the Blockbuster of Australia. All right, Deuce. Sabalenka to serve. Now, Sabalenka can't get the ball toss right with this wind. It is windy in there. The flowers are flying all over the place. It's crazy. This weather stinks. Serve again. Double fault, Sabalenka. All right. Advantage, Kostyuk. All right. Advantage, Kostyuk to get the break. Yeah, Kostyuk needs to take advantage of this because Sabalenka's struggling in these conditions. By the way, we've played 26 minutes for 4 games. It feels like it's been going quicker than that. Return goes in the forehand to Sabalenka. Kostyuk on the stretch with a slice. Into the forehand to Sabalenka. Kostyuk backhand pass in the net. We get back to Deuce. Kostyuk needs first set to make it competitive. Yeah. Chats, what's something nostalgic that you wish they would bring back? Give me some nostalgic, like maybe like 80s, 90s, even 2000s, right? There's some things in the 2000s that don't exist anymore. As that goes the net from Kostyuk, advantage. It doesn't have to be tennis related. You don't have to do jukeboxes. Ooh. Record stores? We have record stores here. I feel like record stores are huge in Australia. Advantage Sabalenka. I'd love flip phones. I want to have a flip phone again. I know you can get like Samsung Flip, but I want like a real flip phone. But then I can also use all the apps and stuff. I want a flip phone. Advantage Sabalenka. Landlines. I actually like that. As with a serve, double fault Sabalenka back to this. It's funny because like watching this, I've been watching Daria, which is a 90s TV show. And they're using like landline phones, and I'm like, God, it sucks that they're not around anymore. Because you'd actually like get excited for getting a call. Like when the phone would ring, you'd be like, "Oh, hey, what's this?" Whereas like, I don't even answer my phone. Someone's ringing me, I'm like, I don't know who that is. But you have to answer the phone because you didn't know who it was. It's exciting. The phone didn't tell you who it was on the phone. Landlines are extinct here. Anyways, deuce. I was going to forehand out of the back end of Sabalenka. Forehand out from Kostyuk. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. And Sabalenka gets it out. And it's advantage Kostyuk. All right, advantage Kostyuk. Good serve by Sabalenka and back to deuce. Back to deuce. What else are we saying? Dial-up internet is missed? No, it's not. You can keep that back in the 2000s. Keep that back. We don't need that now. We've upgraded for the better for that. We don't need that no more. Instant cameras, okay. Disposable cameras. I feel like they're making a comeback though. Like I have a disposable camera. I used one when I went overseas. Photos came out terrible, but I had one. I used it. I took photos of the Great Wall of China with a disposable camera. I'll show you. I'll get them in a second. Backhand now from Kostyuk. Goes in the backhand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk back on the stretch. Sabalenka backhand again. The backhand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka backhand down the middle. Kostyuk forehand. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. That's too good. Advantage Sabalenka. Typewriters, yeah. Okay. Never heard of caller ID on landlines? No, I remember that, but it wasn't your phone didn't tell you all the time. Like, caller ID was like later on. All right, Sabalenka to stay in front. The sleeves of CDs with all the artist information and lyrics. Oh, that was. I feel like CDs will make a comeback. CDs are going to make a comeback. DVDs and CDs are making a comeback. I reckon. Double fault. Back to deuce. Sabalenka gets to advantage. Advantage Sabalenka. Serving to the backhand of Kostyuk. Forehand of Sabalenka into the slice of Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand is a drop shot. Kostyuk gets it. Sabalenka pass. Goes long. We're back to deuce. So check this out, chat. Here's the Great Wall of China. Taking on a Polaroid. I didn't know that I took this good a photo when I took it, but that's it. That's the Great Wall of China. I'm on the wall, and then there's more of the wall. And then it goes all the way up to the mountain and keeps going into the rest of the China. See? And this is Mount Fuji. That's Mount Fuji in Japan. And there's another one of Mount Fuji. It's there. This is a famous thing. And there's a better one. Mount Fuji. But see how like shitty it is? Because I can't see because I didn't see the sun. It's bright. They're like 20, like we can get disposable cameras for like $10, $15 here. But the photos are like sketchy, but you know. Anyways, deuce. And Sabalenka gets to advantage. And I probably got 100 better photos on my phone. Like on my phone, I definitely have better photos than this. Way better photos. But I wouldn't know because I only see these photos. Do I do wedding photography? I mean, I could. All right, Sabalenka trying to stay in front. As we default second serve. What other things, chat? What other things do you miss from the nostalgic things? What other nostalgic things? Sabalenka serves again at the forehand. Kostyuk return into the forehand. Sabalenka. Kostyuk drop shot is in the net. Sabalenka holds by 33 minutes for 5 games. Usually we'll be complaining about this, but this has just been intense. Missed discos, okay. Old game systems, okay. Real mullets. Old music. No, but what are things that like don't exist anymore? Because you can buy old video game consoles, you can get old music. Like, what are things that don't exist? Yeah, Blockbuster, right? That doesn't exist. What are things that don't exist anymore? Or you can't, like, they're very rare. Video games that were good. Yeah, well, they're all still there. You can still play the old ones. Payphones. We have payphones here in Australia. But yeah, we don't use them, though. Smoking in restaurants. Okay. Do you want to go on world tour? What do you mean? 1980s style dresses. Okay. You could probably still wear those clothes, though. Tamagotchis. I went down the path of Digimon a couple of weeks ago. Hey, Kevin and Eyesore, thank you for coming back as a member. Thank you for the 16 months, Eyesore. Appreciate it. Flying without the TSA. Okay. Old school Cartoon Network. I heard Cartoon Network was making a comeback. I heard it was making a comeback. Yeah, it says here Cartoon Network, once part of the legendary Hanna-Barbera brand, 25 in June. I think it's making a comeback. I thought it was. 2020 planned close, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Cartoon Network. Oh, Adult Swim is still around, right? That's Cartoon Network, kind of. Old school pinball machine games are rare nowadays. Yeah, that's true. 15 Love. Walkman, okay. The Beatles, MTV. We have MTV here, I'm pretty sure. I can literally watch MTV live and it just like keeps showing like old clips and like videos and stuff. Sears and Toys R Us. I miss Toys R Us. Toys R Us is goated. Yeah, Toys R Us is a good one. I was overseas when it shut down. Toys R Us is a good one. I remember going to Toys R Us so much. And just going there to like play like games. Play the consoles that I couldn't afford. All right, 15-0. You still have Toys R Us in the UK? Shit. All right, well, I'm going to the UK. 15-0. As Kostyuk serves in the forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk backhand. Nope, Sabalenka overhit it, 30-15. Last I heard of Cartoon Network was that they laid off all their staff. Yeah. Well, you can still watch the cartoons from Cartoon Network. There's some Toys R Us is still in the US? Okay. We don't have them here. We had one. We had a bunch of them, like everybody else, but yeah, the one that closed, I was in Asia when it closed in 2018, so I missed it, and now it's been converted into a. I can't even think of what it was being changed into now. It's turned into something. There's like a slice in the net from Kostyuk, 30-0. What about BMW's bus metro walk? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, floppy disks. Yeah, true. Not to get political, but why is the Belarusian flag banned? It's not that it's banned. It's just that it's not being represented in the tennis world or in the sporting world. As Sabalenka gets a lovely winner, 30-40. Dial-up internet, actually don't miss that. Yeah. Floppy disks with rhythms. I feel like dial-up internet and floppy disks are like, oh, remember those? But like, we wouldn't want to go back to that. USBs and like cable internet is way better. I don't think we need to go back to that. As that goes out by Sabalenka deuce. Like we upgraded for the better. Like the USB ports and stuff are way better than floppy disks. We don't need to go back that far. We don't need dial-up internet. All right, you might like the noises and the fun noises and nostalgia, but no. I don't need that shit. That internet was trash. All right, we're way better off now. As that goes out by Sabalenka advantage. Advantage, Kostyuk. Landlines and floppy disks don't exist nowadays for a reason. I feel like landlines are such a like I might get a landline, not that I'd use it. Or I wouldn't know would it work? backhand rally. As Kostyuk hits the slice of Sabalenka, Kostyuk volley in the net. We're back to deuce. I wouldn't mind just getting like a landline phone. And then, I mean, my grandparents have one. My grandma definitely has one. Do landlines work in 2025? AOL Instant Messenger, MSN Messenger. Oh yeah, I used MSN was huge. I remember using that all the time. It does ring. Yeah, I'm going to get a landline. Just for fun. You have a landline at your house? Okay. Landlines still work in the UK? I just want to get one for fun. Anyways, 4-0 from Sabalenka's a lob, but Kostyuk puts away the smash advantage. Disadvantage Kostyuk. It says here that apparently you have the right to a standard landline phone service. Okay. Regardless of where you work in Australia. So, you can choose a home phone plan. Interesting. Wonder how much it is. Backhand rally. As Kostyuk into the forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand. Into the slice of Sabalenka, which can't get a 3-0. Because I'd rather have put my home phone number down, so then when people call me, I can I'll actually answer it. Because on my phone, I miss calls on my mobile all the time. I just don't even listen. Apparently, it says here that 93% of Australian premises connected to NBN via fixed line technology. I don't know what that is. Business and government still use landlines? Yeah, true. I've worked at places where everyone's got a handheld desk phone and stuff. That's true. What are the... it must be so cheap to get a landline. It must be cheap. Anyways, 15 love. It says here $50 a month. That can't be right. No way is it $50 a month. That's way too expensive. It should be $2 a month. And it's 15-0. Unlimited calls to standard Australian mobiles or landlines. For new services... What? $50 a month? That's crazy. Is that expensive? That's expensive, right? I'm not losing my mind. I don't think I want it that badly. It's $500 a year. For fun. I think I could spend $50 on something else. 15-30. Get a landline, cable, internet bundle. Maybe I'll add it to my internet bundle. If that's a thing? Anyways, fine slice from Kostyuk. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka over hits it, 15-40. 1540. Chance for Kostyuk to break. As the return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. And she saves the point. 15-40. Sorry, 30-40. Pardon me. Sabalenka with a bounce smash. The back into Kostyuk. Good pickup, but it's long. And it's deuce. All right, we get to deuce. First serve is a fault, second serve. As the forehand from Sabalenka goes down the line, it's advantage Sabalenka. I would have thought with like internet, you would have like got automatic home, like land, like it would have. If you got internet, you should have a landline, right? It should be like the same thing, right? I would have thought that, like, it would be part of the deal. Anyways, advantage, Sabalenka. There's a bit of double fault, went back to deuce. First serve is a fault, second serve. Sabalenka gets to advantage. Free incoming calls, pay as you go. Oh, $0 a month. Sounds good. I'm going to investigate this, chat. This is a good idea. Can you a vegan? Do I look like a vegan? Advantage Sabalenka. Into the backhand of Sabalenka now. To the backhand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka volleys it away. And it's 4-3. Sabalenka stays in front. I eat chocolate. I'm definitely not a vegan. But more power to you. If you are. You should work for the cable company, Cam. Why? Do I look like I work for the cable company? What do you... It's not cheap. We pay $80 a month in California. Yeah, for nostalgia. It's worth it. What else, Chad? I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff. Long distance trains with beds. That's a thing still, right? Phone booths? Yeah, there's still a thing around here. Fax machines? Okay. What else? Cable actually made sense. Everything in one place. They just got greedy. Okay. Tamagotchis? Atari? Colored toilet paper. Okay. Interesting. I got landline. I have to have because of my St. John alarm. Okay. Blockbuster Video. Yeah, that's a popular one. Phone booths here are now homeless shelters. Well, that's good. I'm glad that they're using them. Cassettes. Okay. You do look like a vegan. What are you talking about? There's no people. There's no. People don't look like vegans. It's just a thing that people adopt in their lives, right? It's a lifestyle. It's not a look. Like, you can be vegan and look many ways. There's no like vegan image, all right? Maybe you have an image of what vegans look like, but they can come in all different people. Come out here, look like a vegan. What the hell does that even mean? Must be huge phone booths. Yeah. The homeless shelters, yeah, there must be massive phone booths. LimeWire, yeah, LimeWire was fun. LimeWire was interesting times. Oops, dropped my pen. Anyways, 15 love. What else, Chad? Any other nostalgic things? As a forehand goes out by Sabalenka, and it's 30 love. What are Tamagotchis? My niece just got one, but I don't understand what it is. It is as a child, it's your first responsibility. 30 love. As the return goes into the slice of Kostyuk. 4 now from Sabalenka's a drop shot. Kostyuk puts it down the line, but Sabalenka volleys it away. 30-15. Digital pet that it dies if you neglect it. Yeah, so it's a great. It's great for a kid to have a responsibility. I had a Digimon because I was cool. Charity and thrift stores actually being cheap. Yeah, you got to go to the independent ones. If you go to the chains, they're always going to be expensive. But if you go to the independent ones, that's where the voluntary people are like, there to volunteer, not there to make money. Yeah, you got to go to the independent thrift stores. That's the trick. 30 oh. Game Boy Color, I still have one. Yeah, I almost bought one the other week. I was gonna buy one. I'm like, let's buy a bunch of Game Boy Colors for fun. I'll never play them. Did you guys have Nickelodeon? Yeah. I feel like Nickelodeon was where most of the TV shows, most of the cartoons I watched growing up. All right, 30 big point coming up as Sabalenka goes to forehand of Kostyuk, backhand of Sabalenka into the backhand of Kostyuk to the forehand of Sabalenka, who hits a winner, 30-40. 30-40, cars without computers. I have one of those. 30-40. Napster. Yeah, Napster. Napster just missed Napster. Thundercats? What's that? Is that a show? Back over to goes to the net with Sabalenka deuce. We get to deuce. And for the serve. Down the tee is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Slice from Kostyuk to the forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk slice lob. Bounce smash from Sabalenka. Puts it away. Advantage Sabalenka. You were loaded if you had back then. Wait, what? Were you a sidekick? What's a sidekick? All right, advantage Sabalenka. As we return now, goes long by Sabalenka. We're back to deuce. Who remembers the neon landlines from back in the day? Neon landlines. What are they? I have no idea what they are. Sabalenka gets it out. Oh, you're talking about the neon telephones. I never seen one in real life, but I remember like the generation where everything was clear. plastic. Everyone was like colored clear plastic. That was a time. All right, nice hitting from Kostyuk, 4-0. Like that was a time when everything was in like clear plastic. You could see the insides. TV signing off at midnight. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days. Are you Gen Z or millennial? I'm a millennial. I remember there used to be like this fish channel back in the day in Australia. We used to have this fish channel where like at midnight, between midnight and 5 a.m., they just showed like fish. I'm gonna find out whether maybe I'm having a fever dream. Love 15. Like it was an aquarium. It was weird as hell. We also used to have these shows that started at like 1 a.m. They were like these call-in shows, but they were like game show kind of things. And I don't know, it was weird. And it used to have like people that used to be on Big Brother who then were out of a job. They would host the show. It was like these late night. Does anyone else remember those? Did anyone else have those? Where at like 1 a.m. or like midnight, it would be like this, like you'd call in and you'd try to answer the question would be like a word that you got to try and figure out. And it'd be missing letters, or it'd be like try and crack the code. And you call in and try and like, I didn't do it. I didn't call in, but like you call in, you try and like people try and answer the question. No, this was a TV thing. Well, we had a show called Quiz Mania. Quiz Mania was a show we had back in the day. Well, the up late game show, and they're just these late night game shows where like the people that were just degenerates would just stay up all night and watch them, and call in and try and win like cash prize. It's weird as hell. They were on at like 1, 2 in the morning when you would like fall asleep with the TV on. You wake up and they'd be on. You'd be like, "What the hell am I watching?" All right. Anyways, 1540. Google it. It's hilarious. Those shows were wild. Anyways, return from Kostyuk goes out 30-40. Yeah, the up late game show with hot dogs, and there was a guy called Hot Dogs who was on Big Brother. He had a mullet. No Australian remembers because there's no one here. It's 5 a.m. I am. Oh no, it's me. I'm that person now. Oh god, chat. What have I done? Now they're called streamers. As with a 400 winner from Kostyuk, it's 5-4. Oh, chat. I'm making fun. It's me. I'm that guy now. Oh no, it's me. That does sound like a dream. Yeah, you'd wake up and you'd be like, "What in the hell am I even watching?" Oh, he doesn't have a mullet in this. He just has a faux hawk. Yeah, go check the chat. I'll put it in the chat. This is the weird shit that we'd have rock up at like... This is the shit that would be on TV at like 2 in the morning. You'd be like, what in the hell is even this? It's so weird. Oh, God. I miss it, though. They probably still have this somewhere. This is probably still somewhere in the world. So weird. So weird. Anyways. The Beanie Babies that came with the Happy Meals, I don't remember those. In Germany, we have this channel where they show us speaking depressed bread and in bizarre scenarios at night. What? That sounds crazy. Bring back mullets? Mullets are back. Did you ever call in? No, because I was a kid. I was like a kid. So I was like, it was always like, make sure you're over 18 if you call in. And I'm like, dude, I'm like 11. I got no shot. Because I remember it'd be like the school holidays and I'd be watching TV in my room and I'd fall asleep and I'd wake up at like 2 a.m. because the TV was still on and it'd be like this weird game show thing. And you'd be like, what the hell is this? And they'd just be like doing like quizzes and shit. Like just one guy like talking, like basically what I'm doing. And be like, call in now if you want to answer the question, blah, 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 blah. And then they'd get a call about, hi, who's this? It was so weird. Go watch that video I just put in the chat. It's basically what streamers are now. Except for the calling part. Love 15. Sabalenka in trouble here, by the way. All the nostalgia, we're forgetting the match. We're missing this match. Is there a song that a tennis fan knows better than Avicii Levels? Is there a song that... What do you mean? I don't understand the connection. Backhand to backhand rally. Sabalenka to the backhand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. It's a passing shot. Winner. That's a beautiful shot.
This is going to be on tennis TV, bro.
That was a beautiful shot. 15-0. Hands over to serve again from Kostyuk. It's a fault, second serve. Oh, it's always playing during changeovers. Oh, okay. As we get a double fault, Kostyuk. 15-30. 15-30. Chance for Sabalenka to break straight back. 15-30. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand of Kostyuk on the stretch. Sabalenka backhand down the middle. That's Kostyuk forehand. Again, the backhand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk again with a forehand. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk slice. And Sabalenka drop shot. Is in the net. And it's 30-0. All right. And there's a bit of serve again. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand. Kostyuk goes long. 30-40. Sabalenka to break straight back. 30-40. 30-40. Sabalenka to break back. As we default, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Good return. Kostyuk gets with the forehand into the forehand of Sabalenka. Shanks it wide, and we get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. As we serve again. Into the back of Sabalenka. Return goes out. Advantage Kostyuk. To take this first set in an hour. 6-4 in an hour is a long set. Advantage Kostyuk. Dimitrov, by the way, is in a tiebreak second set. He won the first 7-5. All right. Advantage Kostyuk. Advantage Kostyuk. She serves. As the return goes in the backhand of Kostyuk. Backhand of Sabalenka. Into the slice of Kostyuk. Is Sabalenka forehand. The backhand of Kostyuk passing shot is wide. Deuce. We get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. We get serve again. Into the net, second serve. What's my favorite American city? I don't know. I have good memories in all the cities I've been to. As the backhand goes into the backhand of Sabalenka, backhand out from Kostyuk on the stretch. Sabalenka backhand down the line. Kostyuk gets there, but hits a wide and it's advantage Sabalenka. I don't know. I mean, like I've been in New York the most. I've been twice. And New York was like the place I wanted to go when I first traveled. It was like my ultimate, and I went there, and it was as amazing and crazy as I thought it would be. So probably I'll say New York. As Kostyuk says, the fault second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sabalenka, return. Into the backhand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand. Cross court, the forehand of Kostyuk on the stretch. Sabalenka with the backhand. Into the forehand slice of Kostyuk again. Sabalenka on the attack is Kostyuk. Fights back. Sabalenka goes down the line. Kostyuk gets with the backhand. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka backhand cross court again. Kostyuk gets it. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk slice. Goes short. Sabalenka comes in with a drop shot winner. That is smart. Sabalenka breaks back. The set continues. 5-5. New York's great. Yeah. Say Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. Like most of the cities I've been in America, I would go back to. I would go back to New Orleans. That place was awesome. Chicago was good. I'd love to go back to Nashville. I've been to Memphis. Memphis was good too. Boston was good. Washington, I mean, I probably wouldn't go back to Washington. I feel like I've been there and there's not much else there. I'd definitely go back to New York. I mean, LA was interesting. LA was good. I don't know if I'd go back to Los Angeles, but I might go to like California. Drop shot is good to the slice of Kostyuk. 4-0 from Sabalenka in the net. Kostyuk, love 15. I'd go back to California. When were you in Washington? Like a long time ago. During the presidential debates in 2016. It was a scary time. It was a crazy time to be in America in 2016. Especially in the middle of the year. Anyways, love 15. As the return goes in the forehand of Sabalenka, she puts away the winner. 15-0. Vegas. Yeah, I'd go back to Vegas. Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. But it's on the list. All right, 15-0. As we just served on the tee. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Kostyuk. Backhand of Sabalenka is a winner. 30-15. I think if I went back to America, I'd want to go to Texas. I've never been to Texas. I want to go to Atlanta and also like Charlotte. I feel like that, like the Carolinas, I want to like tick those off. As the return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand now from Kostyuk. Kostyuk got the forehand of Sabalenka as a drop shot. Kostyuk forehand on the line goes long. 40-15. Cam, your time in Korea during the coup was even crazier. Yeah, that was probably yeah. You're right. Especially going to the DMZ during political unrest was pretty cool. Scary, but interesting. There's a bit of drop shot now from Sabalenka. That's going to go wide, and it's 40-30. Not going to lie, Chad. It was pretty sketchy. Going to the border of North Korea and South Korea during South Korea's political unrest felt pretty... It was very quiet. There were a lot of people canceled the tours, so it was very empty. A lot of room to move around. And when the tour guide said, "Don't take photos of the North Korean side because there are people in guard towers looking over at you and they can see you," I was like, soldiers over there. They can see us, can they? Okay, all right. I don't need to take photos. I'll take a picture with my mind. Anyway, 6-5. That was kind of crazy. All right, 6-5. Sabalenka just gets back the lead. Perk.
Have you ever been to Pittsburgh, Pop? You'd love it. Great sports city. Might even turn you into a Steelers fan. NFL, it's better than the Rockies.
Thank you for the 5. Yeah, I haven't been to Pittsburgh. I want to go to as many states as possible. I just don't know if, and I know that this is what they always say, don't worry about, whatever's going on in that country, go to the country anyway. It doesn't really matter, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go to America soon. I think I'll wait to go back to America. I don't know. If I hadn't been to America, I'd probably go. I would be like, I'll go. It doesn't matter. But just with what I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. America's probably fine. But there's nothing. There's a lot of people in the chat from America. But I don't know. I've been there, and I'd rather go to other places and then go there maybe in a couple of years. You should wait. Yeah. I'll just wait it out. You're not missing anything. Well, I've already been there, so it also if I was to go back, I'd wait. You must like the Australian Open. Is your studio in Australia? It is. Australian Open's great. I've been there before. Literally nothing in Pittsburgh. Well, I just got told to go there. So come to South Africa. That's so hard to get to. You definitely should wait. Okay, good. If you're all telling me to wait, then I will not go to America yet. Anyway, 6-5. Now the next thing is that I'm going to go to the Philippines, I think, this year. That will be my destination, I think. I'll go to the Philippines. And Sabalenka gets a return winner, love 15. That might be the one this year. There's a ton to do in Pittsburgh. Whoever said it's nothing to do there has never been. There you go, Perk. Yeah, you defend it. You defend it. What if Dash is in the US Open final, or Kyrgios or Alex? What, you think I'm going to fly to America on a day's notice? That shit's expensive. Are you serious? Remember, you don't find out who's in the final of a Grand Slam until a day before. Anyways, Kostyuk with a lovely slice backhand winner. Bit of a drop shot. 15-all. Okay, if we're going to talk about realistically, if Dash is in the final of the US Open, we won't find her out until the Thursday. Finals on the Saturday. There's no way I'm going to get cheap last-minute flights to New York. And by the time I get there, it's going to be jet lag. It takes 24 hours to get there. And by the time I get there, it's going to be, there's no way I could get there. If I lived in London or Canada, yeah, I would go to the US Open if Dash was in the final. But Australia is that's impossible. All right, 30-15. Kostyuk trying to get to this tiebreak. By the way, this has been a long-ass set. And that's fine. As we just serve again. Into the slice of Sabalenka. Good return. Kostyuk gets it. And Sabalenka backhand is too strong. 30-all. 30-all. I feel like Kostyuk's got to win this set. Because Sabalenka might run away with a second, win or lose this set. I feel like Sabalenka's going to play a better second set, so Kostyuk's got to win this set. 7 to the forehand. Sabalenka return goes in the forehand to Kostyuk. But Kostyuk hits it in the net. Set point Sabalenka. 30-40. Will there be a handshake at the end of this one? Okay. 30-40. Just enjoy the match. Don't worry about the handshakes. Just enjoy the match. Don't be hung up on the end of the match. You'll miss the actual match. 30-40. Why wouldn't they shake hands? Anyways, backhand return from Sabalenka goes to forehand to Kostyuk. Sabalenka on the stretch. Can't get it. Deuce. If you're asking that question in 2025, come on now. All right. One tennis bonus of living in Brazil. They switched from Sabalenka to Fonzie. Nice. I think you can watch Fonzie for free on the the ATP website, though. All right, Kostyuk with an ace. By the way, this is a long set. We need a tiebreak. We've waited this long. We need a tiebreak. Hey, what's going on from Fiji? That's on the list. All right, advantage Kostyuk. And she serves a fault second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Sabalenka return. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka puts up a lob. Kostyuk comes in. Sabalenka can't get it. Tie break.
And now it's time for the tie-break game.
Okay. What a long first set of tennis, but we're here and we're in the tie break. Let me know in the chat who you got. Who is winning this tie break? Kostyuk, I feel, has to win the tie break. It feels like she, especially serving for the set, needs this more. (11-9) to Kostyuk, 7-4 Kostyuk. All right. All right, a lot of people saying Kostyuk. A few people saying Sabalenka, though. All right. First point goes to Sabalenka. 1 love. One zero. That's Kostyuk serve. By the way, I think both have had set points as well. Sabalenka definitely just had one, but Kostyuk also had one. One's with a serve. It's a fault, second serve. By the way, still super windy at the stadium. As Sabalenka gets a great return, 2 love. Also, Dimitrov just had match point. He's in a marathon tiebreak second set. I would wait before going to America. Yeah. That is, that's my thinking. 2 love. Is it a serve now from Kostyuk? Nope. Kostyuk can't get the ball toss right. She serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sabalenka, who hits in the net in the return. 2-1 Sabalenka, but Kostyuk on the board. Kostyuk on the board. 2-1. Sabalenka serves. A fault, second serve. Oh man, Diallo took the second set tiebreak. Dimmy's going 3. Damn. Anyway, second serve. Second serve. As Sabalenka comes in there with a drop shot. Kostyuk's going to get it with a slice and hit a winner. 2-0. I tell you, as long as this set's been, it's been a good quality set. There's been some great rallies. 2-0. Two. Go to Northwest America. Montana. Okay. Forehand winner from Sabalenka, 3-2. Cam, is there a standard for how the score is called in these tie breaks? Like 1-2 versus 2-1? I never thought about it. Not really. You kind of just call the score. You could call the service score first, but you kind of just call the score. Well, I do anyway. It's not like I don't do it the same as I do the. Usually you just call the score. But you can say 3-2 Sabalenka. Or 2-3 Sabalenka. That sounds confusing. So you can call the score as the service score first. Sorry. But I always just say 3-2 Sabalenka. It's easier for a tiebreak. As Kostyuk serves. We're back on serve, by the way. Kostyuk serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the back, and Kostyuk hits the tape, goes in. Sabalenka hits it in the net then. Kostyuk got a little lucky. And it's 3-all. They change ends. 3-all. Are you a content creator? No, I'm a streamer. Does this match cross the 2.5 hours marks? If Kostyuk wins this set, I'll say yes. I think if Kostyuk wins this set, yes. All right, 3-all. Remember, both players have had set points before the tiebreak. As with a serve. Here's a fault by Kostyuk. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand now. Kostyuk goes down the line. The back into Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. As Kostyuk hits it wide. 4-3 Sabalenka. 4-3. Sabalenka with the mini break. Yeah, the conditions are tough. It's still super windy out there. Even the umpire's struggling. Did we just ask for the physio? Damn it. All right. Sabalenka serves 4-3. Serving the back of Sabalenka. From Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand goes in? Yeah, it does. 5-3. Nice hitting from Sabalenka. Dimmy's got a cut on his knee. That's why he called the physio. Okay. All right, 5-3 Sabalenka. Serve. She's got the mini break. 5-3. Sabalenka trying to get the ball toss right. It's super tricky out there. The weather sucks. Badly. Serve to the back end of Kostyuk. Return into the back of Sabalenka. Kostyuk with a slice in the net. 6-3 Sabalenka. 6-3. All right. 6-3 Sabalenka. 3 more set points. He tripped on the clay and he hurt he scratched his knee. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Kostyuk serving 6-3 for Sabalenka. She serves a fault. Kostyuk, second serve. Second serve. Sabalenka returns back into Kostyuk. Sabalenka backhand down the line, goes wide. 6-4, Sabalenka. Serve again. Here's a fault by Kostyuk. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return the forehand to Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand. Into the forehand of Kostyuk on the stretch. Sabalenka with the backhand. Into the slice of Kostyuk. Good defense, but Sabalenka all over it. She comes to the net now. Slice Kostyuk. Sabalenka volleys a winner. There it is. First set marathon. Goes to Sabalenka. 7-6. In some of the toughest conditions we've seen all week. All right. 7-6 Sabalenka in almost an hour and a half. The whole Swiatek match didn't take that long. Well, maybe it did. All right. Sabalenka gets the first set. It is so windy. Fonseca's already down 2-0. Correct. First set, by the way, 16 winners, 16 errors from Kostyuk, 23 winners and 27 errors from Sabalenka. Only 2 breaks of serve. So considering how windy it was, the serving actually held up pretty well. Considering how bad the conditions are for serving, only 2 breaks, a lot of break points. 17 break points. Only 2 breaks of serve, though. So the serve held in the wind, but yeah. Let's see if Sabalenka will start to run. Something tells me she's going to start running. I don't know. I just feel like the second set, she's just going to take over. Kostyuk needed that first set. Windy conditions remind me of the match between Roger and Rafa at RG 2019. Fair enough. More so the Djokovic team match. I think that was way more affected, if I remember. And then it started raining and Djokovic left the stadium and everyone's like, hang on a second, we haven't called it off yet, and end up being come back the next day, right? Mensik is passing Fonzie in the he is him rankings. No, he's not. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not. Mensik is good, but he's not. He's not overtaking Fonzie in the him. He is him. No, sorry. He's not. All right. Sabalenka wins the first set in a marathon. Mensik's good though. Don't get me wrong. Mensik is very good. But Fonseca, I mean, come on now. All right. Guess winning a 1,000 over Novak means nothing these days? No, I said he's... Look, did I not just say that Mensik is very, very good, and he has been very, very good. But Fonseca is him. Fonseca is still him. All right, Kostyuk. Fonseca's overrated. You're overrated. As a return goes in the backhand of Kostyuk, that goes wide. 15 love. Overhyping Fonseca once again. Sigh. Oh, boo-hoo. 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 Oh, you keep talking like Fonseca's going to win something. Yeah, he will. Boo-hoo. Overhyping. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry that we're not allowed to have fun anymore, are we? We're not allowed to have fun? Sorry. We have to be realistic. And we have to, like, we're not allowed to have fun and dream. I'm sorry. Sorry for getting excited. Sorry for enjoying a player who is just getting started and he looks like a beast already. Sorry. I forgot we're not allowed to do that. We have to be like, we only have to give credit to the people that have done. We can't get excited over the prospect and potential of someone anymore. No, we're not allowed to do that. Sorry. God, jeez. We're only allowed to celebrate when people win things. We can't celebrate their potential. How boring. 30-15. God, I don't want to live on your planet. I'm going to stay on my planet. Where we dream big. We celebrate, we get excited. We have fun. That goes in the net from Sabalenka. 40-15. God. Fonseca dumped out of Madrid. Mensik still playing. Oh, yeah. You're so smart. Yeah, you're so smart. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. You throw a parade for Mensik then, all right? Go on. Throw a parade. Mensik's been good. I didn't say anything about Mensik. I said that you're just talking about shitting on Fonseca. You're talking Fonseca down. I didn't talk Mensik down at all. Volley from Kostyuk's winner. 1-love. I said, Chad, did I say anything about Mensik being overhyped or not good? No. I'm celebrating Fonseca. I say Fonseca's good, and some people in the chat say here, Mensik sucks. And I'm like, no, that's definitely not. We're not speaking the same language if you're hearing me that way. I think your phone might be broken. I said Fonseca is real. I really like Fonseca. He's really good. But you heard Mensik's not good. And I don't know where you got that from. That had nothing. I didn't say those words at all. Fonseca's useless. You're useless. You said Mensik is not him because Fonseca is him. Yeah. Doesn't mean Mensik's not good. I mean, I say Alcaraz is him. Doesn't mean Sinner isn't good. Like, what do you mean? Just because I say that someone is him doesn't mean the other people in the world are not good. If you think Fonseca's overhyped, you're crazy. Anyway, it's 15-love. And Sabalenka serves. As the backhand return goes in the forehand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka gets it out, 15-0. $15-all. As we serve again. Where you responded to comment on Mensik is better than Fonseca and disagreed. So you think Fonseca is better or the same? I think Fonseca is going to be better. 30-15. But if you're asking me who's better right now, right? Mensik. But if you're asking me who I think's going to have a better career, Fonseca. Anyway, it's 30-all. Back to the match. Just relax. We're just having a conversation, all right? Don't need to get involved. Don't need to interrupt. Please don't interrupt. We're having a discussion. But but 30-all. As we serve into the back end of Kostyuk, forehand from Sabalenka. Into the back end of Kostyuk, Sabalenka backhand. Into the back end of Kostyuk, is Sabalenka backhand again. Into the slice of Kostyuk. Sabalenka with a slice down the middle. Kostyuk forehand cross. And Sabalenka hits it wide. 30-40, Kostyuk to get the break. By the way, guy who interrupted and said, back to the match, your account's a month old. So I'm not going to take orders from someone who made a new account because their old account got banned. All right? Don't disrupt us from having a healthy debate about players. $30-40. As the return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka, that's a beautiful shot. Kostyuk hits it in the net. Deuce. Mussetti's the one to watch. We've been watching him. I like Feast a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of good players coming through. I mean, it's exciting times. it's so exciting that we actually can have these conversations because, like 5 years ago, we couldn't have this conversation because there were so many people there were so many players that were like potentially good, but they could never beat Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal. So it was like, oh, is Zverev and Medvedev are good? This wasn't the same, right? Because it was all about, but can they beat the GOATs? Now the GOATs are gone. The possibilities of who could be the next big thing are so open. Yes, Sinner and Alcaraz are great, but they're not Djokovic, Nadal, Federer yet, and the opportunity for everybody is open. Like it could be Menzinger, it could be Fonseca, it could be Tien, it could be a bunch of different players. It could be someone we don't even know yet, right? It could be someone we haven't even mentioned today. So it's awesome. It's such an exciting time, chat. But Sinner's coming back next week, so then it's going to get back to, Sinner's going to win everything. Advantage to Kostyuk, by the way, as she slices the return wide, and it's back to deuce. Imagine 5 years ago, no Sinner, Alcaraz, Gauff, or Swiatek. True. I mean, 5 years ago, 2020, Sinner won the Next Gen Finals, so people were starting to say his name. People were talking about a young kid in Spain, but not to the same extent as they were a year later. Gauff was definitely on the radar in 2020. For sure. Like, she was on the radar. And Swiatek hadn't won the French Open until the end of 2020. So, May 2020, well, no, we weren't doing anything. We're all in our houses. But, yeah, Gauff definitely was the most well-known out of those four in 2020. Because she had done the Wimbledon run in 2019. But you're right. No, Alcaraz and Sinner, unknown, and that goes in the net from Sabalenka. 2-love. And Swiatek, definitely unknown. I think Swiatek probably would have been her and Alcaraz would have been the most unknown in 2020 because Sinner was on the radar a little bit. And Gauff was on the radar. I mean, a lot can change in 5 years. 2030, chat, we might be talking about someone else that we didn't even know. Jamie Alcaraz. Anyway, it's 2-love. Backhand goes out by Sabalenka, 15-love. 15-love. Kostyuk serves again. A fault. Second serve. Serve into the back into Sabalenka. Backhand out from Kostyuk. Into the back into Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand cross. Sabalenka gets to the forehand to Kostyuk. Into the forehand to Sabalenka. Sabalenka gets it out though. 30-love. 30-love. Do you think Henry Benet will be good in the future like Federer? I don't know. I just hope he's good so we can watch him. Because he will be fun to watch. As we get a return now to the backhand slice of Kostyuk. Backhand now from Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. But Kostyuk in the net, 30-15. 30-15. Let's go to serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back into Sabalenka. Forehand out from Kostyuk on the stretch. Slice goes in. The forehand to Sabalenka. Kostyuk lob. Goes in the net. 30-all. 30-all. Staying on the feast train? Nah, feast is awesome. 30-all. It's Kostyuk. Serves again. And it's a fault. Second serve. Double fault Kostyuk. 30-40. To take the to take back the break. As the return goes into the backhand slice of Kostyuk. Backhand at Sabalenka. Kostyuk gets it with a lob. Sabalenka with a backhand, but Kostyuk gets it. Oh, but hits it in the net. Kostyuk had a chance. She knows it. All right, back on serve 2-1. 2-1. Diallo's up 3-1 in the third. Damn. Speaking of 2020, the GOAT debate back then was getting interesting when Nadal equaled Federer with 20 slams. Yeah. Yeah. Chad, is it weird to have nostalgia for 2020? Is that a weird thing to have? Do you think Sabalenka can 2-0 this match? Maybe. In tennis tennis is weird now. Okay. 1 month cross country trip east to west. The US is ideal. That'd be fun. What, in like a van, or are you talking like in a plane? Are you taking planes or are you driving? I miss Djokovic, Federer, Rafa days. Yeah, that was, yeah. I think we all do, right? We all miss the good old GOAT days. '2020 was the weirdest of them all. Yeah. I mean, 2019 was the last great GOAT year. I don't even watch men's tennis anymore. Women's tennis is more exciting since those dudes are gone. Oh, fair enough. It's weird to think the early 20s are a thing now. Not really. I mean, they always had, like, I mean, the early 90s would have been like the 1890s, the 1790s. I mean, it's all it happens. Every 100 years, we get a new decade of 20s. As a backhand out of the volley of Kostyuk. Volley from Sabalenka is a winner, though. 15 love. In the 30s and the 40s. Nothing can beat Nadal and Federer in the draw. Yeah. Yeah. I hear. I miss staying in my house and practicing piano for an hour every day. You can still do that. If you set time. 15 love. As we serve from Sabalenka. Into the backhand of Kostyuk. Off the tape to the backhand slice of Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand goes wide and it's 30 love. Cam, do you think Cincy 2009 was peak tennis? All the big four in the semis? I would have to go back and watch it. 30 love. Sabalenka serves again. Serving to the back of the Kostyuk. Return goes in the front of Sabalenka. But she shanks it long. 30-15. Imagine how everyone freaking out in 2000 worried about computer crashes. Imagine how everyone freaking out. Yeah, I do remember. I was there. I lived it. Y2K was a thing. It was a whole thing. Everyone thought when it was 2000, clocks would stop working and everything would crash. It was a proper thing. I remember. I was there. I was old enough to remember. 30-15. As the backhand goes in the net from Kostyuk. 40-15. All right, 40-15. Over to 7-4 to Kostyuk. Return goes out, and it's 2-0. So yeah, they thought it was going to be like all the computers and stuff were going to fall apart because they didn't think the computer systems could deal with the number 2000. It would just like reset to 1900 or something and just crash. It says it was going to have a major errors. There was going to be a Y2K bug, so the year 2000 bug that would. Hang on, let me try and find out exactly. Hang on. The years leading up to the turn of the millennium, the public gradually became aware of Y2K scare, and individual companies predicted the global damage caused by the bug would require anything between 40 million and 600 billion. A lack of clarity regarding the potential dangers of the bug led some to stock up on food, water, and firearms, and withdrawing large sums of money in anticipation of computer-induced apocalypse. The term year 2000 problem, or simply Y2K, refers to the potential computer errors related to the formatting and storage of the calendar data for dates in and after the year 2000. Love 30, by the way. Many programs represented 4-digit years with only the final two digits, making the year 2000 indistinguishable from the 1900s. Computer systems, that's what it was. It was weird. Anyway, it's 50-30. But then, 2012 was a big year as well. Everyone thought 2012 was going to be the end of the world. So, it was year 2000, 2012. It's just been a whole thing. Anyway, it's 15-30. There's a default second serve. Serve to the back of Sabalenka, return into the backhand of Kostyuk, and then Sabalenka slicing the net, 30-all. What happened in 2012? There was something to do. I don't know. 2012 was there was something going to happen. An apocalypse was going to happen or something. I can't remember exactly, but there was 2012 was a thing. The end of the Mayan calendar. Yeah, that's it. It was the end of the Mayan calendar or something, and yeah. And then with the end of the calendar, it was going to be the end of everything. 40-30. Kostyuk to stay in front. So serve gets back and slice of Sabalenka. Back in a Kostyuk is a slice, but it's wide, and we get to deuce. Fonseca is struggling. I see that. He's down 5-2. All 32-bit computers are supposed to break in 2038. It has something to do with the date. That'd be interesting. I feel like we haven't had it's been a while since we've had one of those. I mean, COVID was sort of like a random. I'll tell you what, the 2000s have been an interesting time. Advantage Kostyuk. Forehand from Sabalenka into the forehand Kostyuk. The forehand Sabalenka. It goes wide. And it's 3-2. Kostyuk stays in front. Um, 2012, there was no new Mayan calendar yet. That's why people were worried. Yeah. I have placed a huge bet on Fonseca. Okay. '2012 didn't take into account leap years, though, so the 2012 idea was fundamentally flawed before it even happened. Yeah, I heard that too. I remember hearing that. I don't even remember where I was when... It wasn't like the end of... in December? Wasn't it like December something 2012 or something? Yeah, December 21. December 21, 2012 was predicted in May 2003 that, yeah, it's the end. But it must have been a typo. All right. Fonseca lost the first set. Damn. If you visit Texas, it's got to be Austin. Yeah, I'll go to Austin, Texas. That's where I would go if I Americans. You went to Texas, I'd go to Austin. All right, here we go. Sabalenka to serve. 3-2 Kostyuk in the second. She had a break, but she gave it back. As we serve. Return goes in the corner. Sabalenka in the net. Love 15. Serve again. Love 15. There's a serve from Sabalenka. Into the corner Kostyuk. Corner from Sabalenka to the corner Kostyuk on the stretch. And Sabalenka gets a point. 15-all. They really do have a blind desire for independence. Huh? Nah. 15-all. As the return goes in the corner, Sabalenka. Kostyuk backhand. Into the slice of Sabalenka, but she hits it long. 15-30. 15-30. Diallo up 5-3 against Dimitrov in the third. Seven to the back in Kostyuk. Forehand from Sabalenka. Into the slice of Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand. Winner. 30-all. Should do a road trip in the US when you're next here, either down the East Coast through a bunch of national parks in the West. Yeah, maybe. Where's my dog? Right there. 30-all. And Sabalenka serves. Down the tee, the back of the Kostyuk. Return goes in the front of Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand. Slice. Into the back of Sabalenka. Kostyuk with a slice on the stretch. Can't get it. Sabalenka too strong. 40-30. 40-30. Sabalenka too strong. And it's 3-all in the second. Cam, you deal so well with weird comments. Yeah, I just read them. There are 9 national parks between Colorado and Utah. I'm touring 3 to 5 of them in a couple of weeks. Just an idea to visit. That's awesome. Have fun with that. That sounds fun. 15 love. As Kostyuk serves. Into the slice of Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand. The forehand of Sabalenka. Again, the forehand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka backhand. Passing shot winner. 15-all. Serious question. Does it ever snow in Australia? Yeah. Not very many places, but yeah, it snows. There's definitely places. You can go snowboarding in Australia. I might. Actually, maybe I'll add that to the list. I want to go see snow this year. I want to go to the snow this year. It's true. It's a thing. Anyway, slice of the volley of Kostyuk. Kostyuk puts it away. Oh, Sabalenka almost fell. 30-15. When does the snow season start? Starts at the apparently at the start of June, so maybe after the French, I might go find the snow. The 7th of June is apparently the start of the ski season. So maybe after Wimbledon, before Wimbledon, I'll go in search of snow. Anyways, 30 all. All right, 30 all. And Sabalenka looks to break here in the second. But she has to return the net, 40-30. $40-30. As we just serve again from Kostyuk. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. And then Sabalenka in the net on the return. Kostyuk stays in front, 4-3. Saw AC/DC in Vegas last weekend. Crazy. Nice. Snow is as rare as clay courts in Australia. We have clay courts. Cam, your verdict on Dasha since she became an Australian? What do you mean? My verdict on what? She's going to get there. She's had some tough matchups this week, but that's fine. She'll be better. By the way, Diallo's about to win. He's about to beat Dimitrov. Also, Fonseca's in trouble too. I hope Kostyuk makes better use of her chances because so far she hasn't. I mean, both have had a lot of chances. So it's been one of those matches. I haven't slept well since Saturday. Okay, cool. It sucks. Hopefully it's better. I like the challenger matches. Who's De Jong? De Jong's played some matches against like Sinner and stuff before. Who's winning Madrid? No idea. Sabalenka. Djokovic has to be playing in Geneva or Hamburg before the French? I doubt it. I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Diallo wins. Wow. What a comeback. God, if Deepening beats Musetti today, Deepening makes the semis. Maybe. Possibly. Perhaps. I mean, Musetti versus Draper is probably the match that everybody wants, right? Musetti-Draper is probably the match that everybody wants, but I want Deepening or Draper, damn it. In fact, you know what? No, I want Deepening or Rinaldi. Because I don't want Draper in the way. Get Draper out of it. Anyways, Kostyuk with a volley, but Sabalenka puts it away. That's 15 love. Dimi had 3 match points? Yeah. Sabalenka serves. Serve as a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Kostyuk. Return goes in the forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk slice. Can't get it. All right, 15. So 30 love. 30 love. So about why the forehand of Kostyuk and then Sabalenka in the net, 30-15. Can we been to all the Grand Slams? No. Only half of them. Musetti and Naldi will be an Italian derby. True. Yeah, maybe that's the match. I mean, look, Draper's definitely got it. You got to put Draper in the semis. You got to put Draper in the semis. I mean, Draper's the way he played against Paul today, and the way that Paul played against Fonseca, you've got to give Draper at least you got to say that he beats Analdi. You got to give him that. 30-15. Because I thought today Draper would have a tough match against Paul, but he did not even break a sweat. And we saw how good Paul was against Fonseca. So you got to put Draper in the semis out of respect for what he did today. Yeah. All right, 40-15. Back in return goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. Back in on the stretch from Kostyuk into the forehand of Sabalenka. But she hits it wide. 40-30. Draper and Analdi have never played each other. Really? Interesting. I feel like Svitolina might win versus Sabalenka. Okay. 40-30. Sabalenka a chance to get the game. But Kostyuk is just waiting because it's very windy. As we default from Sabalenka second serve. Second serve. The backhand Kostyuk return goes wide, and it's 4-all in the second. Fonseca's getting smacked. Fonseca not feeling it today? Yeah. I don't know what's going on in Portugal, but he is struggling. Anyways, 4-all. 4 games all. As Kostyuk serves. Into the backhand Sabalenka, good return, but just long. 15 love. As Kostyuk comes in with a forehand, Sabalenka with a pass. Kostyuk volley, winner. 30 love. What do you think Svitolina's chancing at Sabalenka? Svitolina's been great. If it's windy like this, Svitolina would beat Sabalenka. If this is the weather we get for that match tomorrow night, Svitolina will win. 30 love, second serve. As we return now from Sabalenka at the back of Kostyuk. Back into Sabalenka. Wide, 40 love. Chad, give me some 90s TV shows that aren't like Seinfeld and like popular and shit. Give me some what are some underground 90s shows? Like Freaks and Geeks. Anyways, 5-4, Kostyuk holds. What are some 90s or cartoons? Friends. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what okay, good one. I didn't think of that one. I didn't think of Friends. That that's real underground. No one's ever watched that show before. Boy Meets World. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Forgotten 90s shows. I want to hear. Forgotten 90s TV shows. They could be cartoons. They can be, they can be sitcoms. They can be whatever. Everybody loves Raymond. That I know that's very popular, but that is an underrated. That is kind of missed, isn't it? News radio. That's a good one. Doesn't really, I mean, again, like I said, it could be. It doesn't have to be sitcoms. It could be, it could be like a show. Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy, good one. Rugrats, George Lopez. That's an interesting one. Yeah, it's like My Wife and Kids. Is that no? Was it My Wife and Kids? Was that the show that was in the 2000? Yeah, My Wife and Kids. Who remembers that show? That show was fun. I remember that show with Damon Wayans. It's hilarious. Hannah Montana. Okay. Home Improvement. Well, that's a good one. Home Improvement. I should watch that. Goosebumps. Yeah, Goosebumps was good back in the 90s. Eight Simple Rules. Yeah, true. X-Files. I gotta watch X-Files. I started watching it, and then I switched to Yellowstone, but I should go back to watching X-Files, see what's up. Anyways, 15 Love after I watched Daria. As Sabalenka serving to stay in the set. Kostyuk returns it wide. 30 Love. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Frasier, Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's a classic. Mr. Bean is a classic. 30 Love. Mr. Bean. 30 Love. Is it back? Return from Kostyuk goes out. 40 Love. Third Rock from the Sun. Yeah, that's a strange... I remember watching bits of that. What about Roseanne? I haven't seen that show in a while. Maybe I should watch Roseanne. Remember that. What was there was a show called like The Dinosaurs, wasn't it? Where it had like... wasn't like The Dinosaurs a thing? Remember that being on. Yeah, Dinosaurs, a sitcom about dinosaurs. It's so wild. Anyways, 40-15. That's apparently on Disney Plus, apparently. Charmed, ooh, good one. Dawson's Creek. Roseanne was great. Yeah, I should, yeah. Boy Meets World. And sort of serve out wide. The forehand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand again to the forehand of Kostyuk. The forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk on the stretch. That's a great winner by Kostyuk. 40-30. Saved by the Bell. Mad About You. Something About Mary. That's a classic. My So-Called Life. Okay. All right. 40-30. Sabalenka serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Return the backhand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand to the backhand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk with a slice in the net. All right. 5-all. 5-5. Murder, She Wrote. Classic. Are we talking about 90s or are we talking about like 70s now? I feel like you've gone way too far. I feel like you've gone way too far. "35 best 90s TV shows." Here we go. Twin Peaks, Seinfeld, Simpsons, Sopranos. How's Sopranos not number one? That's crazy. Buffy, Friends, Law and Order. The Nanny. Frasier. Freaks and Geeks. If you haven't watched Freaks and Geeks, we can't be friends. Party of Five. The hell's that about? 5 siblings ranging between 1 and 24. Never heard of it. Wait, Third Rock from the Sun's about aliens? I thought it was just a family thing. An extraterrestrial family is sent to Earth, which they deem as an insignificant planet to observe human behavior. What? I should have watched. I should watch that. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, classic. What's Sports Night? Somebody said in the chat, Sports Night. No idea. Dawson's Creek, Charm, Futurama. Living Single, never heard of it. Full House. All right. It's a good list. All right, 15-0. Freaks and Geeks is brilliant. Yeah. It's only one season, so I mean, if you got to watch it. The amount of people that are in that you now would see in movies like every day, like even like the amount of superstars that came out of that show. You got to, and the cameos in that show, you got to watch it. That show is one season, which is a shame, but it's very much you will see a lot of familiar faces. As we back and return now to the backhand of Kostyuk. She hits it out, 15-40. Sabalenka wants to get out of here. She's had enough. 15-40. As we default, second serve. As we serve down the corner, Sabalenka return winner. Jeez. Sabalenka's not mucking around. 6-5. And she is going to serve for the match. So I'm going to look at all these shows that I've never heard of. Never heard of these shows. A lot of shows that I've never heard of. Oh, Power Rangers. I remember that. Power Rangers was great. All right. Fonseca breaks back 3-0. Nice. Yeah, everybody loves Raymond's on this list. What's that? What the hell's A Different World? Never heard of that. Living Single. Never heard of it. Murphy Brown, never heard of it. The Wonder Years, I remember that. Spin City, I remember that. What the hell's Moesha? Oh, King of Queens, that's a classic. King of Queens. I remember that, watching that. King of Queens. Oh, the Drew Carey show. That was classic too. Just Shoot Me. I remember that. That was the one about the magazine or whatever. God, chat, these are bangers. Anyways, a lot of TV. 15 love. Sabalenka's 3 points away from making it to her. I don't know how many Madrid semifinals, but she's made a lot of them. Is it a serve? As we return now from Kostyuk. And Sabalenka makes an error, 15-0. Yeah, I think the reason why I don't know a lot of those shows is because I'm from Australia. So we just don't have, like, a lot of shows didn't get here. Especially shows that got cancelled after a season. Like, we had the big ones here, I remember, but we had a lot of Australian stuff too. There's probably a lot of Australian shows. We had, like, Neighbours and stuff. Like, you guys wouldn't watch that. And it was backhand rally. Kostyuk can't get that. 30-15. So there's probably a lot of American shows that we never got here. Or we did, and I just never saw them because I was watching The Simpsons. But like Kostyuk almost fell over there, and she's scared about her knee here. Anyways, 30-15. 7 to the back of Kostyuk. Return goes to forehand to Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand. Sabalenka's forehand goes long. 30-all. We're not done yet. You hated The Simpsons? We can't be friends. We can't be friends. If you hated The Simpsons, we can't be friends. That's crazy talk. Simpsons is a classic. Simpsons is classic. 30-all. As we get a return out from Kostyuk. Match point Sabalenka, 40-30. 40-30. To make it to the semi-final, Sabalenka. It's been a long match. It's been an intense, windy, crazy atmosphere. Sabalenka serves. Into the back of the Kostyuk. Return goes in the front of Sabalenka. And she hits it wide. We get the deuce. I love Bart Simpson's prank calls at the pub. Yeah. You know what? After I watch Dario, I'm going to put The Simpsons on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to binge watch The Simpsons from the start to the end, even though it's still going. I'm just going to put The Simpsons on my TV like literally 24 hours. All right. Match point saved. Return goes in the backhand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk backhand to the back of Sabalenka. To the backhand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka forehand to the forehand of Kostyuk. Into the backhand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand is a winner. Advantage Kostyuk. Fun fact, chat. Simpsons characters were the first characters I drew when I was a kid. Like they were the characters that I drew when I was in school and I was bored. I used to just draw Simpsons characters because I could. Family Guy, Futurama, goated, yeah. Vicar of Dibley, classic. All right, advantage Kostyuk. I watched the Mighty Boosh like a few weeks ago. Sabalenka gets a big serve and it's back to deuce. Those like early 2000s like British comedies and stuff. British TV. All right, deuce. Sabalenka serves again. As it just serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Kostyuk. Good return. Sabalenka gets it. Kostyuk forehand cross-court winner. Wow. Kostyuk's playing some great shots. Advantage Kostyuk. UK office or US office? Both. They're both great. How could you choose? They're both great. There's no way you could choose. Like, how could you choose? They're both awesome. In different ways. Like, there's no way you could pick. Advantage Kostyuk. Backhand return goes in the backhand of Sabalenka. Off the tape. And wide. We're on a tie break. Match continues. Parks and Rec is a classic.
Now it's time for the tie break.
Andy's the favorite character, funniest character in the show. All right. Andy's the best. April's second best. Nobody likes Anne. All right. Who you got? Who's winning this tiebreak? Anne's all right. She's all right. She left Andy in the pit. She left him in the pit. She dumped him. He lived in a pit. He fell. He broke his arms. Broke his legs. Poor Andy. All right. I don't know who's winning. Let's see what's up. I think I have a mouse rat shirt. Like for real. I think I bought a mouse rat hoodie. One Love Kostyuk. It's somewhere in my house. I got a mouse rat hoodie. I'm going to wear it tomorrow. I'll wear it to work tomorrow. I'll find my mouse rat hoodie and I'll wear it to work. If you know, you know. One love. As Kostyuk serves. Sorry, Sabalenka serves. One love Kostyuk. As the return goes in the back into Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand on the stretch. Sabalenka backhand in the net. 2-love Kostyuk. Remember, Sabalenka had a match point. Sabalenka had a match point. Chat, we might be watching much of the tournament. 2-love Kostyuk. Sabalenka serves. Into the forehand of Kostyuk. Return goes to forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk lob. Sabalenka bounce smash. Puts it away. She's on the board. 2-1. I got a rat mouse. Is it mouse? I thought it was mouse. It's mouse rat, isn't it? What are you talking about? Rat mouse. They changed their name, but there's mouse rat. They changed their name like 4 times. In the rat mouse. Mouse rat. It's mouse rat. I got a mouse rat. I got a rat mouse hoodie in the short time that was a thing. I don't think we're talking. Eric, are you talking about the same thing? 2-1. We saying the same thing? What are we saying? Monty Python Flying Circus was good. Yeah, it was good. Backhand return into the backhand of Kostyuk. Goes into the forehand of Sabalenka. Kostyuk on the stretch. Into the forehand of Sabalenka, who hits a winner down the line. Too good. 2-0. Do you have a sleep cam? Nope. Kostyuk is a fighter. I remember her winning a match against Zhang, saving 5 match points. Yeah. It is, but they were mouse rat for a bit. Yeah, they were. They were rat mouse and then the mouse rat, and they had a lot of names. 2-0. As we get a return out by Sabalenka, 3-2. I gotta watch Parks and Rec again. That shit's funny. That show's so funny. That show's too funny. Anyways, 3-2. Kostyuk leads. And Sabalenka serves in the back of the Kostyuk. Return goes back to Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand is shanked, and it's 3-all. They change end. They change ends. 3-3. Do you think they postpone the Demon match if this goes 3? Good question. Good question. That is a very good question. No, that's all right, Eric. I know what you're saying. I've got to rewatch the show. It's my fault. That's a good question. Because it's 10:30 already. And we've played for like nearly 2.5 hours. Interesting. We'll see. They'll definitely play if this match ends now. But if they go to a third, it'll either be played on the other court or... Yeah. As we're serving in the back of the Kostyuk, return goes in the back into Sabalenka. And Sabalenka hits a winner. Kostyuk wins a point, 4-3. Nobody said Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, a few people did. Sabalenka hit it out, by the way, and it's 4-3. Prison Break. That's a good show, too. 4-3. As Sabalenka returns the back into Kostyuk. Sabalenka backhand into the forehand of Kostyuk. But she hits it wide. 4-all. 4-all. My Wife and Kids was my show. You know what show I loved in the 2000s? How I Met Your Mother. I remember watching that every week. Every Thursday after, at 7 o'clock after school or whatever. I remember watching How I Met Your Mother. That was a classic. Anyways, backhand now from Sabalenka. That's in the net. 5-4. 24 is a great show too. 24 is a great shot. Great show. I binged How I Met Your Mother during college. Yeah, I remember binge watching it in like 2013. You know another great show? The In-Betweeners. 5-4. Kostyuk leads. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Oh, it's starting to rain. Are you kidding me? It's starting to rain. It is starting to rain. What? Malcolm in the Middle. Good show. They're bringing that back. It's starting to rain. The umpire's saying it's not that bad, just we can play a bit, but Sabalenka's like, it's 5, I'm down 5-4 and serving in the rain. I don't want to serve in the rain. It is raining it looks pretty heavy, but the lights make it look worse. It's starting to rain. This is wild. UK in-betweeners. Why? There's no US in-betweeners. Anyways, Sabalenka. Yeah, Sabalenka's like, this too wet. Yeah, Sabalenka's going, it's going in my eyes. I totally agree with Sabalenka here, because if this was not a tiebreak of this importance, Sabalenka would probably... She's like, it's already windy enough. I don't want to look into the rain. I agree with Sabalenka in this point. It's too important of a point. 5-4 and it's raining. Kostyuk's not happy with it. She's pissed off. She's like, why can't she serve? Oh, Kostyuk, wait. So Sabalenka hit a fault, and then Kostyuk's saying, why is it... So wait, yeah, Kostyuk's got a point here, because apparently Sabalenka served a fault, and then now that it's a delay, she gets a first serve. And Kostyuk's got a point here. It shouldn't be a first... it's probably the rules are it's a first serve if there's a rain delay. But I don't think there should be. I mean, Sabalenka was the one who said, I'm not serving, I can't see in the rain. And then the umpire said, okay, sit down. I mean, I get where Kostyuk's coming from. Like, I get where she's coming from. Because the umpire said, it's not that heavy, it's not raining that much. Sabalenka said, I'm not hitting a second serve in the rain. And now she gets a first serve. I get where Kostyuk's coming from. Like, because then who's to say that, like, oh, it's raining, I want to sit down, and then you get a first serve? I mean, you could easily game the system. Not that Sabalenka's doing that. Sabalenka's not doing that at all. She just, said, I don't want to serve in this rain at 5-4 in a tiebreak. But I see where Kostyuk's coming from. Kostyuk has got a point. Definitely has a point. Because it would be very easy to get a free first serve if anybody wanted to do that. We're waiting for the roof to close, by the way. They do have a roof, yes. But Sabalenka sitting down at this point, I totally understand, but I don't... Like, Kostyuk, I get it. Kostyuk has a point. Because Sabalenka, if she hit that second serve, might have been a double fault. Especially at this point. Now she hits a first serve. That changes everything. I think the rules are, and I don't know exactly, but I'm going to guesstimate. If you serve a fault and then there's a rain delay and they sit down and they wait and they come back, it's a first serve when they come back. But the thing was, Sabalenka served a fault. And then she went to serve, and the umpire's like, it's not that bad. It's not raining that bad. You can play. And then Sabalenka was like, I can't play because the rain's going in my eyes. And she went and sat down, and the umpire's like, okay, we'll wait for the rain to stop. And then it's a first serve. So that's where it's weird. That's where it's weird, because Sabalenka was the one who said, I'm not serving in this rain. And she was the one who said, I'm going to sit down. So that's where it gets funky. Because, not that she knew, right? Not that she knew that, oh, I get a first serve if I sit down. But it's weird that she now gets a first serve at this point, even though she was the one who instigated the sit down and the rain delay, because they could still be playing. I mean, the rain doesn't really affect the clay, so they could be playing right now if they wanted. But obviously, Sabalenka doesn't want to serve in the rain. But I don't know. It's weird. What's the rules? So I think the rule is that if you serve a fault and then the rain hits and the umpire calls a delay, then you go back after the delay with a first serve. But again, like I said, it's weird because Sabalenka was the one who said, the umpire was like, you can still play, it's not that bad. And then Sabalenka was the one who said, no, I'm going to sit down. So, like, I feel like Kostyuk should be a second serve. And I hope Kostyuk doesn't get too hung up on it, especially if Sabalenka wins the next point with an ace. They're just closing the roof, by the way. Looks like Sabalenka know what she did. No, I don't think Sabalenka knew that. I don't think there's no way, it's very unlikely that Sabalenka was like, if I sit down here, I get a first serve. I don't think she was thinking that when she sat down. She was thinking, I'm not serving a second serve in the rain at 5-4. And if the umpire didn't say anything and said that it was a second serve when they come back, I don't think Sabalenka would have argued. I don't think Sabalenka knew that she would get a first serve after this. I don't think so. Kostyuk is a good player, but Sabalenka is better. Well, yeah, I mean, look at the rankings. It can't be a second serve after any delay. Well, yeah, I mean, now I can see that, but I didn't, like at the time, didn't know that at all. And I don't think the players did either, because Kostyuk was shocked. So many delays in this tournament. Well, the power went out, but this is rain. This is the only delay we've had. Which is only going to make it worse for the next match, because when is Alcaraz and, not Alcaraz, Musetti and, when do Musetti and Deepening play, right? Kostyuk Wilson kit takes the prize for best dressed. Cool. Sabalenka did it not to risk losing, and Marta thought she was getting cheated, which is fair enough, but Sabalenka isn't doing it on purpose. I agree. I don't think Sabalenka calculated that because she knew, oh, well, if I sit down, I'll get a first serve. I think she was just like, and look, and as you could, like, put yourself in Sabalenka's shoes. 5-4, you've just had a match point in before and you got broken. You got a second serve and it's raining. There's no way you want to serve a second serve in the rain, possibly double fault and lose the set and play a third. So of course you're going to sit down in that situation, but I don't think she knew that the umpire was probably going to give her a first serve, and I don't think Kostyuk knew that was the case either. So now Sabalenka's going to come out with a first serve at 5-4. Now she might miss her first serve, and you know the tennis gods are justice. But I tell you, if Kostyuk gets aced or something, that's going to be real. That's going to real hurt. Because Sabalenka's first and second serves is a big difference. You don't want to face a Sabalenka serve. Not a first one. Second serve, at least then you give yourself half a chance. Yeah, they got roofs in Madrid, so yeah. All right. It should be a second serve. Well, we'll see. We'll see if... by the way, the roof is very slowly shutting. So, yeah. Why won't they shut the roof? They are literally shutting it now. Fonseca's about to lose, by the way. Now, you're just joining us. Sabalenka had a match point when she was serving for the match at 6-5. And Kostyuk broke back. All right, so they can play while it's closing. So it's starting. The roof is closing. They're gonna play on. But Sabalenka will get a first serve, and I think Kostyuk. This will be interesting because Kostyuk, I think, has accepted that, and she will hopefully not let it bother her. Why didn't they close the roof earlier? Because you can play on the. It's probably not that. It's not that bad, and also you can play on the clay when it's wet, so it's not that big of a deal. They don't have to shut the roof like they do on a hard court before the rain, because if it rained on a hard court, we'd be out of here for 30 minutes. But on a clay court, they can just go back to playing. All right, here we go, chat. We're back. If we go to a third set, this is going to be a late one. Anyways, 5-4. Kostyuk's got the lead. She saved a match point. Sabalenka's serving. Sabalenka's serving. She's had match point. She served for the match. Been a long 2.5 hour match so far. Serving to the back of Kostyuk. Return goes in the forehand to Sabalenka. Kostyuk forehand into the forehand to Sabalenka. Kostyuk on the stretch with a slice. And Sabalenka backhand cross court. Kostyuk gets it. And Sabalenka backhand again down the line is long. Kostyuk wins the point. And it was up for first serve. Justice. 6-4 Kostyuk. She's got 2 set points to take us to a third. Fonseca lost? Damn. All right, Sabalenka serves. In the forehand to Kostyuk. Return goes to forehand to Sabalenka. Kostyuk backhand on the stretch. Sabalenka forehand again. Into the backhand to Kostyuk, who hits it in the net. 6-5 Kostyuk. 6-5. All right, set point number 2. To take us to a third. And if Kostyuk does win this set, I have no idea what the next match is going to hold. I don't know if they're going to play it today, tomorrow, or at midnight. I don't know. Kostyuk to serve. By the way, now the roof's shut, the wind is not going to be a problem. So the wind is now out of the question. So if we do go to a third, it'll be interesting to see who takes advantage of the better conditions. Kostyuk serves a fault. Second serve. I feel like it's advantage Sabalenka under the roof, though. Even if we go 3. Serve. Second serve Kostyuk. She is struggling with this roof closed. Return goes in from Sabalenka. The backhand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka backhand. Into the backhand of Kostyuk. Sabalenka gets the point and survives. 6-all. They change ends. I think Kostyuk's struggling to see when she throws the ball up into the roof because it's a totally different... If you look, night sky or metal roof. I mean, there's a difference in texture. When you throw the ball up, it's a different view. And also the wind is now not a factor. There is no wind in this stadium now. All right, 6-all. Six all. Kostyuk serves again. Serve to the back of Sabalenka. Return goes short. Kostyuk drop shot winner. 7-6 Kostyuk. To take us to a third. 7-6. But it's on Sabalenka's serve. Sabalenka serves. Into the back of the Kostyuk. Return is in. To the back of Sabalenka, who hits it down the line for a winner. That was a great shot. What a shot by Sabalenka. She was so far out the court. And then she went down the line with a backhand. It had to be a winner. That was such a crazy shot. She was like at the doubles line and hit that down the line. It was crazy. That was so risky too. 7-all. 7 in the back of the Kostyuk. Return goes in the forehand to Sabalenka, who hits a winner. 8-7. Sabalenka match point number 2. To avoid a third set. And to give Demonor and Musetti the stage. All right. But it's on Kostyuk's serve. Eight, 7. Kostyuk serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. This gets sketchy. Second serve. Goes in the forehand of Sabalenka. Good return. Kostyuk forehand to the forehand of Sabalenka. As Kostyuk down the line of the net. There it is. Sabalenka avoids a third. She wins 2.5 hours of 2 sets. Sabalenka's in the semis. And she will take on Aryna Sabalenka tomorrow night. Obviously no handshake. I mean, look, there's always going to be hooting and hollering because of the Spanish crowd. They're always going to be... The crowd's going to think that it's like a personal thing. You know, they're going to get, vocal, but, it is what it is. It is what it is. Obviously, no handshake. What a poor sport. It's not about being a poor sport. It's fucking 3 years. You should know what it is about. If you're saying she's a bad sport at this stage, you need to read a paper or something. Google it. She's not shaking hands because she's a bad sport. It's bigger than that. It's been bigger than that. Why are we explaining this in 2025? Are you kidding me? Why? Why are we explaining this in 2025? Are you kidding me? God damn. Are you kidding me? Crazy. All right. GG. Sabalenka gets out of that one. That could have been real sketchy going to a third. Swiatek Sabalenka final loading. I wouldn't count out Svitolina or Gauff just yet. I wouldn't count them out just yet. Some things are bigger than tennis. Exactly. Kostyuk had her chances, but that was a great effort. Oh, Kostyuk played great. I mean, she should have won the first set. Why no handshake? Google Russia-Ukraine right now and you'll find out. You'll find out what's going on over there. Google that and you'll find out. You'll figure it out. It's been 3 years. I mean, we surely we know. Don't have to explain it, do we? Svitolina has been very strong. Yeah. Stop asking why. Just Google it. Google it. Sabalenka's not Russian, though. Again, Google it, and you can look up why Belarus is in the conversation, all right? Go Google it. It's been 3 years. It shouldn't be a surprise at this stage. It's crazy. Is it the best 2-set match of the year? It's up there. Definitely up there. Good that we don't have Russia-Ukraine matches in the ATP. Yeah. Yeah. It would be a bit... I mean, look, people would... Yeah, there's no Ukrainian tennis players on the men's side at the moment. That's why we don't hear about as much. Svitolina Sabalenka's good rivalry. Oh yeah, it's gonna be so good tomorrow. Great match. Could have gone either way. I agree. It's a great match. We're definitely not watching Demonor. Be great if Svitolina Gauff made the final. I mean, look, I don't think there's a bad final. No matter who you pick. Pick any of the combinations. It's a great final. I bet Svitolina shakes hands after she loses. Nope, she won't. She won't. Sabalenka was composing herself to shake hands and then just remembered, I am from Belarus. I mean, yeah, look, I think you just kind of... Look, again, 99% of the players you shake hands, but then, you know, obviously there's a situation. I bet she does. All right. Well, you just don't like Kostyuk. She won't, like, Svitolina will not shake Sabalenka's hand. That's... Yeah. Svitolina doesn't shake that. She doesn't do it. Nothing will change. Like, I don't know why you think Kostyuk is... Why Kostyuk wouldn't and then Svitolina would. She wouldn't either. They're not going to. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, like the thing, like, people getting so upset about it, it's okay. Like, it's not a big deal. Considering what is actually a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal. What, 2 players didn't shake hands at the end of the match? Oh, compared to what is actually happening in the world, it's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. So you don't need to get so upset about it. It doesn't actually matter that much. Tennis is not that important in the grand scheme of what's happening, all right? So don't get so upset about it. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. It's bigger than a handshake, what's going on. So just don't worry. Don't sweat the small stuff. No handshake, no worries. Getting upset over it it's so silly. You know? Getting so like, oh, I can't believe it. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. There are much bigger things going on. Doesn't matter if they don't shake hands. It's okay if they don't shake hands. Svitolina didn't lose a set all of April. That's wild. That is wild. Order a play tomorrow? I have no idea, but it's busy, so we're gonna be doing a lot tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be busy. Will Swiatek retain her Madrid and RG titles? What's your thought? I don't know about Madrid, but RG she probably could. I reckon she could win Rome. I think Rome and RG are probably more likely for Swiatek than Madrid's never been really her best. She's going to lose a set tomorrow, you reckon, Svitolina? Okay. Demonor and Musetti are playing tonight. Yep. They're going to play them, but they're going to play until like 1 a.m. Could at least wave a racket. I understand no shaking hands. Look, there's... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they don't acknowledge each other. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Is this your peak Sabalenka? No. Not yet. She won the Australian Open maybe, but no, not yet. I don't think peak Sabalenka, we haven't seen peak Sabalenka yet. She could be better. She could get a lot better and a lot scarier. Sabalenka's 5-0 in semis this year. Wow. Sabalenka doesn't care about shaking. Yeah, I mean, it's not even about Sabalenka caring. It's just like it's not a like. Come on, it's 2025. If we're questioning this, then where have you been? Where have you been the last 3 years? Like it's not. No, but everybody understands. You might not like it, but it also doesn't matter because it's not a big deal. Will you cover Demon? Nope. It's 7 a.m. There's no way I'm watching Demon or as well. No way. Not today. Not today. Seems that Alcaraz will play Rome. Yeah, I'm excited. That'd be great. Cam doesn't watch Aussies. Exactly. Prediction from Musetti versus Deepening. Deepening in 3. Right? What about Medvedev Ruud tomorrow? Yeah, we'll watch that probably. Probably watch that, yeah. We'll probably watch that. It only irks me slightly because there are many conflicts in the world and it's the only one where we have no handshakes, but it's up to them. Look, I mean, I get that. But also a lot of players could not shake hands with a lot of people, you know, if they choose to, right? It's a choice. You know, it's a choice. And it's a collective choice by the Ukrainian players, and that's fine. It's fine. I mean, if there's a group, a country that don't want to shake hands or acknowledge another country anywhere else in the world, and they did that for certain reasons, again, it's fine. If that's the reason that they want to do that, it's fine. You know? And yeah, there are a lot of conflicts, and there are a lot of reasons why maybe some people wouldn't want to acknowledge other people from other countries. But, you know, this one's obviously the one that is not being acknowledged, you know? Or at least not being, you know, they aren't shaking hands. There are other countries that could in the future do the same thing. Who knows? I mean, players don't shake hands if they just have an on-court beef, you know? Like if they just don't like the other person, they go, oh, yeah. They had a bad experience against somebody when they're playing them, right? That happens a lot. The problem is the crowd boos. Yeah, because the crowd is probably just not understanding fully what's going on. Or they don't watch tennis that much, so they don't realize that in tennis, this has been a thing. So, you know, maybe there was a lot more non-tennis people watching in the stadium, and that's fair. But, you know, they're not going to understand the reasons behind stuff. Maybe they will after the match, but, yeah. It's actually very stupid. What? What's stupid? That we have to explain it? Yeah. Yeah, Ostapenko and Azarenka don't rarely shake hands, exactly, and there's nothing going on there. They're just not friends. Anyways, I'm getting out of here, chat, because I'm tired. But we'll be back tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then for another exciting, fun day of Madrid. But what a match to finish. Today's been a great day. I mean, the Gauff match was a little bit slow, but this match... 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours for 2 sets is wild. And Sabalenka wins 7-6, 7-6. She's going to play Svitolina tomorrow in the semis, and Swiatek will take on Gauff. Great matches. Both matches great. Also men's matches. Ruud versus Medvedev's on tomorrow. Draper versus Analdi is apparently a match. Deepening / Musetti versus Diallo. Cerundolo Mensik. So a lot of tennis to watch tomorrow, but women's semifinals, that's where it's at. And also that Ruud Medvedev match is definitely a highlight for me. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for sticking around and talking all things. Sabalenka wins. I'll see you tomorrow.